Hey, welcome back everybody. I'm Lewis and this is Metal Lens Reviews. This happens to be your first time here. If you check out my channel and you like what you see, thank you. Please do me that favor of like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me grow the channel and of course provide you guys with more content to watch. Alright, so what are we doing? Well, we're going to be reacting to Aron Lewis. Now, if the name sounds familiar, it should. Especially if you know the band Stained. God, there's like a endless limit of awesome songs Stained has done. I kind of grew up with that band. They just kind of came out around the time I was getting into music, especially different kinds of music to an extent. And the guy just has a really, really great voice. I always recommend if you don't know Aron Lewis already, listen to Stained, then listen to this. So this is like his side band, little project he did. I'm not sure if he, quit Stained and then came back, or what the deal was, like a hiatus. Sometimes groups do that when they do projects, and they sometimes like the project a little bit better. So this he just titled after himself, Aron Lewis, and it's a country band. That's the simplest way to explain it. It's country music, southern style, kind of rock, but ultimately, country. Country music kind of ranges a little bit. Country is country at the end of the day, but you got stuff like, for example, Leonard Skinner, that's like southern rock, or Kid Rock, who has a bunch of different influences. And then you have country, Kenny Chesney, all those guys. I'm sure Aron Lewis kind of falls more to that the country style, Kenny Chesney and Garth Brooks maybe. But be honest, I really don't know. I just know him from Stained and maybe a few solo performances where he did some covers of Stained songs, which was interesting, but I don't know any of the country tracks that he's done. But I'm excited. The man has a very great voice. He might be a little controversial now to some people, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about this great singer, Aron Lewis. And this is I guess it's a pretty fair recent release, Over the Hill. Like I said, this was a random pick. It's the most recent one. Anyone listening who's a fan of Aron Lewis and wants me to explore him a little bit deeper, his side band anyway, or I should say a side project, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what else you want me to check out from him. Alright, well, let me stop yapping. I'll cue this video up and we're going to react to this together, okay? Once again, this is Aron Lewis with Over the Hill.
I've been growing older all my life, but that don't mean I always act that way. Still ain't backing down from any fight. Just pickier about the ones I pick these days. Still ain't running faster than my demons. I still got my problems with my pride. Still looking for a reason for my reasons. Luckily, I still ain't out of time. And I've lived and I've learned. I've crashed and I've burned every bridge that's tried to cross me. Misspent some days that cost me everything that's anything. Damn sure there's so many things I wish I had the chance to not get wrong.
Wow, okay. So definitely, unrecognizable. Not unrecognizable. His voice, it's very, it has that country-esque kind of feel. That's the only difference I get. Obviously the music is country music. It's not, rock, like that, what Stained would play. But I like it. It's different. It's very, I definitely hear, Aron's voice. He's got a very unique voice with that little country twang going on. It's interesting. I never noticed that before. Did he always have that? I don't think he did. Anyway, it's the one thing you gotta appreciate about country is it's like telling a story, really. And if you ever listen to Johnny Cash, whatever, he's got a lot of stories. Cool guy. That's one thing you gotta say, about country. It might not be your best or favorite genre, a lot of people overlook it. most of the time, but like in most music, it's storytellers. I think it's more prominent, especially in country music, because most country music I know of, and it usually, I think, originated down south. I mean, when I hear country, that's what I assume. I mean, anyone, the United States is big, so any suburban area or whatever, grassy fields, the Midwest, could bring that country kind of vibe. So I don't think it's specific, but I feel like it originated possibly down south. Anyway, those people live very hard lives, whether it be, maintaining a farm or just, selling goods that you would grow or whatever, cattle, and I guess that goes the same for people that live in very rural regions, and this is the kind of music that I would expect for them to write and to come out with, and it makes sense, because that's the story, man. It's pure Americana right there, and I know Aron's very patriotic, and he's not afraid to show it, so it's an easy segue, I think, for him. And I think someone told me that he's been wanting to do country, he just needed to break ground. So it's like when you're a director, you normally do a genre film, horror, thriller, something easy, right? I'm not saying horror is an easy genre, but it's easy to break into with an audience. And then once you get your, the experience and your foot in the door, you can do other things, other projects that you want to do. So I think that was the case here. Maybe he's always loved country. I gotta read up on that. He used Stain to kind of break ground, and then as his career progressed, he, did a country project that, was probably very personal for him. But yeah, so far, really, really good. Aron has a very laid back kind of demeanor, very chill, but also powerful voice, especially when he brings it out. I'm not sure how this song is going to turn out. Still only a minute in, but yeah, so far so good. Let's keep going.
Now that I'm over the hill I'm dying on, it's taken me this long to get up here. Still ain't sure the climb was worth the view, 'cause up here now I look around, wish that I could go back down to where I hadn't done some things I can't undo. I've lived and I've learned, I've crashed and I've burned every bridge that's tried to cross me. Misspent some days that cost me everything that's anything, and damn sure there's so many things I wish I had the chance to not get wrong. Now that I'm over the hill I'm dying on, I'm a little older now, I could make it up somehow.
About the lyrics, definitely, I mean, one thing's inevitable is we're all going to get old, and this song is kind of like mapping that out, and maybe you might have some regrets that you want to write as you get older, things you've done in the past, and you're looking for some forgiveness. I don't know. But I think that's the song here. I mean, everyone at some point, kind of gets over the hill. But, for me anyway, I think, you're as old as you feel. Unfortunately, that, you get a certain age and you bend down, your knees start making noises, But no, I mean, sometimes you get a little tired, you get a little, up in age. You don't want to do certain things that maybe, you like doing back in the day, but you can't anymore because you have age and just more responsibilities. But I think what Aron is trying to get here with the song, the story he's trying to tell is, it's just time. Time catches up with you. Like I said, some things might have not, gone your way. Maybe you take this opportunity, you live and learn. It's one of those songs, very, very beautifully written. I'm sure he's the lyrics, the guitar parts are his. But, I mean, I like it. It's very, very kind of has a nice heartfelt kind of message, just kind of put it across there. And, everything from the melody. It's like I said, it's very country-esque. So going into this, you gotta kind of like it a little bit, or I guess someone like me who likes the heavier stuff. I mean, like rock music in general. You break it down. It's guitars, bass, drums, vocals, maybe a synth, whatever. The very simple stuff will always be some kind of guitar, some kind of vocal, some kind of drum work. And if you strip all that down, all the distortion, you get, alternative music or country or whatever, It's like, think of like the music tree of life, pretty much. Like at the top, you got, let's start with like, rock music, rock and roll, and then all the little branches. You got all the different genres or subgenres that came out, you got hard rock, southern rock, country, folk, this and that. And, it's all part of the same universe, just different divisions. Anyway, Aron, once again, is doing, I had a feeling I was going to, at least, if anything, not so much the country part, but just him being a very convincing storyteller, singer, it's just, he's got that talent, and it shows. So I guess with any project, really, he does. Love or hate the guy, he's great. He's kind of keeps himself, but he's not afraid to tell people a message, especially in the music. And I think that's important nowadays, But yeah, this is, like I said, this is going to probably lean probably towards a particular audience. But once again, it's Aron Lewis. To me, this looks like a passion project from him. So, like I said, I think it was very important for him to kind of segue into this kind of genre and produce this kind of music. But yeah, so far I've enjoyed it. We got a little bit left. We're going to let it finish, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts. All right? Let's keep going.
I've lived and I've learned. I've crashed and I've burned every bridge that's tried to cross me. Misspent some days that cost me everything that's anything. And then sure, there's so many things I wish I had the chance to not get wrong. Now that I'm over the hill, over the hill I'm dying, over the hill I'm dying on.
All right, well, very country. Like I said, this is going to lean more towards that, country group. But then again, I feel like he's an outsider because, just how, like, I guess real country artists regard Kid Rock as, like, okay, sure, he sings country, but he's so much more, and you got to deal with the criticism sometimes, when an artist branches out into a completely different genre, like, someone who comes from rap wants to try rock, you're going to get some flack for it. But, at the same time, you're bringing something new to the table because you've already went through one genre. Now you're in a new element, or maybe you've always had it in the heart. You wanted to do this, passion projects. It's one of those things. And I see a lot of musicians doing that now. They're cross, branching different genres and mixing them sometimes. And this isn't nothing new, but I've seen it a lot more, and it's a little more polished, Aron Lewis here, does a fantastic job. I know his voice, very familiar with it. Like I said, and just listening from, to Stained all those years, but this is different. I definitely feel that country twang that he's doing, that country style singing, how the song's composed, the typical storytelling when it comes to certain country songs. But he does, I could still hear it, that, when you hear, Stained songs, like, It's Been a While, or Outside, has that tone, and Aron Lewis really knows how to work it, and he's doing that here. This song, it does kind of have an emotional response. I felt that right away. Like I said, this could be a passion project for him. He's, this is fairly new, not that new, but it's fairly new. So, I mean, hey, look, as a musician, if you're well established, you can do anything you want. And it's cool seeing, musicians try something that's either out of their element or something they're familiar with and always wanted to try, and now they got an opportunity to do it. Aaron Lewis built himself up from a really great band, with a lot of competition, and now he's even in a more somewhat competitive market, and whether or not that audience is going to accept you, but Aaron Lewis is Aaron Lewis. Like I said, he's a force. He knows how to just create good music. So I think this is it was a good move. I think he did this, and like I said, he's gonna do whatever he wants because he's Aaron Lewis, So, but yeah, all the familiar stuff that I'm used to hearing him with, the vocal range, the good singing, it's all there. And this was just like a more country version of something he would do. But like I said, he could have always wanted to do this. I don't know. Anyway, good song. If you guys are fans of Aaron Lewis, especially his country stuff, you want me to check something out, let me know in the comments below. Alright, once again, that was Aaron Lewis with Over the Hill. Well, if you made it this far in the video, thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, my friends, I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace.